Yes, and welcome to Vasily's Garden, folks. We're going to be talking about apple trees. It's the season now to start looking at your apple tree and protecting it. I'm out here in our little courtyard. We've got a few trees here. This one here in particular that I've been covering every year because the codling moth is out in full force and it's going to be coming out on our trees anytime soon. So what do we need to do? We need to put a tree guard around the base, and that's the tape around with the tree guard paste on it to stop the little critters crawling up. We have got to also, as soon as the flowers finish setting, we've got to put a netting over the top of the tree. So do not net your trees until the flowers have finished and set fruit so that you can enjoy the fruit growing big, juicy and strong. And then once they have set the fruit, do cover it. Use an insect netting. There's also wildlife friendly bird netting for those in Victoria. It's a 4.9 aperture that you can use. And in fact, we've got one down here which Kara's using as a mat. Come over here. Have a look at this. Hey Kara, do you mind? This is the white one. I'm not going to get her up anyway. If you can see the openings on this, once upon a time it was about 10 mil or 12 mil opening. Now it's a 4.9 mil, let's say 5 mil round or square. That's the opening you have, which is basically for the benefit of protecting your wildlife. That's birds and things like that like to fly on and have a little bit of a feed. Now this tree has almost finished its flowers. You can see the last of the petals. They're falling off and we've got lots of fruit coming on. Look, it's not going to hold every single flower as a fruit, that is, but I tell you something, there's going to be more than 100 on this tree when it starts setting and growing. Now, the framework, you can use poly pipe like this. This is 25 mil or 30 mil blue line or green line pipe. I'm using concrete Rio in the ground. That's about 18 mil, I think, in diameter. And we slide it over the top, and I've just taped it there so it stops it from sliding up and down. You can use poly pipe, you can use the builder frames if you like. You can also use the Flexi Garden frames if you can build it over the top of your apple trees. And it's all about protecting the fruit. Not only using the actual insect netting or wildlife bird netting, we've also got problems like fruit fly, which has come into Victoria. It's been in here for a number of years, and you know, the sightings in Yarra Valley area, even some on this side of town have had some sightings of the fruit fly. I'm lucky so far I haven't had any, but if you do, you need to get your fruition fruit fly traps hung in the tree along with your codling moth traps. And the codling moth trap is this one here. I've had this up from last year. You can get new lures for it inside there as well. So once it's expired, you basically change the card and put the new lure inside there, and that will basically attract the codling moth itself, land on there and avoid landing into the tree. Now the combinations are, go through them one more time. It's the tree guard, which is the tape around the base of the trunk with the tree guard paste on it, the codling moth trap, your netting over the top, and if you want to, you can actually spray it once the flowers have set fruit with CGWS. My trials in the last couple of years that I've done on these trees using that product has shown some good success. So instead of having almost every fruit infected by codling moth, we've had probably about 30%, which is, look, the numbers are still up pretty high, but considering that I've got 200 or 300 apples on this tree in particular, it's still pretty good going. The netting is the main one that you need to put on there. Now, you're not going to stop every single one, but you need to reduce the attack that happens with them. I also let my chooks out in here, and if you have a look around here, there's craters everywhere. Look at this, they've been digging around here. They're going for the larvae. They basically nest inside the soil, they pupate, they emerge in springtime, they crawl up the trunk and get into your fruit once it starts to grow. This chicken scenario is great, so is the tree guard. So codling moth trap and your fruition garden fruit fly trap, that's a must. Not only on apples, it's on pears, it's on tomatoes especially. And I know a lot of you have been sending me emails telling me about the problems you've had with fruit fly. Get out there, get the traps up and start spraying your trees, but use something natural. CGWS, Eco Oil, Eco Neem, or make your own from your kitchen pantry. All the ingredients that you need are in there to help you create a shield of armour to protect your fruit. Now, if you're watching this as we've just uploaded it, you can get into your cars, and if you live in Victoria, pop down to the Garden Centre in Coburg. I'll be there this weekend, so you're welcome to come in with your garden questions and queries, and maybe some great ideas you'd love to share with me, which I would love to share with the wider community as well. All the gardening products you need at vasilysgarden.com on special every day. From me, Vasily, Maresi.